Idaho Matters podcast is brought to you by St. Luke's On-Demand Virtual Care, which allows patients to see a provider from their home using a computer or smartphone with on-demand care for common ailments, such as a cough, sore throat, or a sinus issue. More information at stlukesonline.org.
Stay informed with Boise State Public Radio's weekly newsletter. Delivered every Tuesday morning, it brings you the latest local news on politics, the environment, arts, and culture. Plus, get highlights from Idaho Matters and the Mountain West News Bureau. Sign up today at boisestatepublicradio.org.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Gemma Gaudet. This is Idaho Matters. It's awards season, and in the world of entertainment, that means everything from the Golden Globes to the Oscars. And we have an update for you, along with a new comedy, the return of a classic TV show, and a new under-the-radar movie for your weekend viewing. That's a lot to get to. Don't worry, though. That's what George Prentice is for, our resident movie critic and host of Morning Edition. George, I'm glad you just tell us what to watch. It's so much easier.
I am thrilled to come visit again. So, yes, I come with lots of news in regards to Hollywood's big moment in the spotlight, and more importantly, some pretty good choices for you to enjoy at home or in a theater.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's start with award season. I'm going to be completely transparent with you, George. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because so many other things have happened in the first couple of weeks of 2026 or because it hasn't felt like winter. Mm-hmm. But on Sunday, when all of a sudden it was the Golden Globes, I was like, oh, wait, hold on. What? How are we here?
Exactly. Exactly. I think it caught a lot of us off guard, but here we go with award season. So let's just talk about the Golden Globes for a moment. So Nikki Glaser was the host, right? So CNN actually got a couple of the jokes that she did not tell. In other words, they were cut. So I want to share these with you. Okay, a couple of these jokes. Julia Roberts is here. She's nominated for After the Hunt. I don't know what it's about, but I'm assuming the hunt was to find anyone who saw her movie. Here's one of my favorites. Jeff Goldblum is here tonight, not because he's nominated, just because they were shooting an ad for apartments.com down the street, and he just kind of wandered in. And my favorite, Sean Penn is nominated tonight. I'm assuming it's for Best Neck Veins. Oh, ouch. But can we talk? There was a moment on stage during the Golden Globes that there was definitely some tension in the room. And here we are again with one of these moments with a political debate that makes its way into entertainment. Now, earlier in the day, out on the red carpet, Bill Maher was asked by someone about celebrities who were wearing pins that say "Be Good." That was a tribute to Renee Good, the Minneapolis woman who was fatally shot by an ICE agent. And her death drew nationwide protest over the weekend. So someone asked Bill Maher, who was not shy about his opinion, what do you think about people who wear these pins?
Mark Ruffalo and Wanda Sykes also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously, and trying to use this platform for activism. Do you feel that's effective or no?
Oh, come on. We're just here for show business today. It was a terrible thing that happened, and it shouldn't have happened. And if they didn't act like such thugs, it wouldn't have had to happen. But I don't need to wear a pin about it.
Ouch. So Wanda Sykes, with one of those pins, was one of the presenters, right? And the award was for Best Stand-Up Special. And Bill Maher was one of the nominees. And here's what she said.
Bill Maher, you give us so much, but I would love a little less. Just try less.
He was stone-faced for sure. By the way, the award went to Ricky Gervais, who actually had made some unkind comments about trans people. So it was a moment because Wanda Sykes accepted the award on his behalf and said, I'd like to accept this on behalf of all trans people. So,
and didn't she say so? Wait, I think
Yes.
she said something too, like, I'm glad you're not here.
I'm glad
to
you're not
your
here.
base or
Yeah, so I can
Okay.
accept this on behalf of people. There's some people pissed off here
That's
that
so
a queer
funny.
black woman is up here doing the job of
Yeah.
two mediocre white guys. It was pretty funny. But back to awards season.
Well, can I just
yeah.
step in for a second,
Yeah.
George, and just make a comment about this?
Yeah.
Because this is a debate that's been going on. I mean, since I was a kid,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This idea of like just shut up and sing, or just act, or just shut up and play basketball, right? And it's interesting how my thoughts have evolved on that over the years, because I have realized as I have gotten older and hopefully a little bit wiser, is that it doesn't matter what your job is. I mean, that's their job, right?
Mhm.
You're still a citizen.
That's right.
And I think Mark Ruffalo said it very best actually on the red carpet when he said, I'm not speaking as an actor, I'm speaking as a dad. I'm speaking as an American citizen. I mean, they happen to have jobs that put them in the spotlight, but that's their job. It's not, I mean, they are citizens. I mean, you and I, George, we're in the public eye, right? We are on the radio every day. We are still citizens of this community, and what happens in our community impacts us deeply. So
Absolutely.
that's just me not being a journalist. That's me being a citizen.
Right. And it doesn't rob you of your citizenship, right? I mean, it just the
Exactly.
fact that what you do for a living doesn't take your citizenship away. So
Exactly.
let's talk about
All right,
award
moving
season.
on now.
Yes, let's talk about award season. So the Sunday New York Times?
I do.
Indeed.
It's huge.
It's huge. And the arts and leisure section is one of my favorite sections. But
Oh, yeah?
this past Sunday, it was particularly
Ooh, you've got it right here.
big. I do. It was pretty good sized. But it is
Okay.
filled with full page ads for movies, all of which say, please, please nominate us for an Oscar, right?
Right.
And you know
Yeah.
these
Yep.
ads, right? So
I do.
Samantha Wright is here. So I have a quiz for the two of you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
How much does one of these ads cost?
Oh my gosh.
What do you think?
$50,000.
What do you think, Sam?
I'll do a Price is Right. 60.
$250,000.
You're kidding.
Oh my
A
gosh.
full-page
Goodness.
color ad in the New York
What?
Times.
Wait, that
costs-
thing we're looking at right now is
Right now, yep.
$250K?
George, did some of these movies even make $250,000?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh,
so when we talk
ouch,
about
ouch.
the cost of a film, how much of that is the marketing budget? But a full-page color ad in the Sunday Times, especially like this, can cost up to $250,000 because it has a lot to do with where it's placed. So obviously it's placed in the arts and leisure section. I promise you these
Yeah.
ads are not going to be in this Sunday's paper. You know why? Because Oscar nomination ballots are due tomorrow.
Right.
So this is why they did this. They're practically screaming at members of the Academy. In other words, the rest of us is like, oh, well, that's interesting. This movie called
Yeah.
Train Dreams. It's like, but then it says for your consideration, right? And you know what that means.
So you're holding like $1 million+ worth of stuff there.
Oh yeah, and then
How
here's
many are in
another one,
there?
and another one. Here's one for F1, which I'm not sure if
Oh, yeah.
it's going to get maybe more than one Oscar nomination.
Okay, but George, can
Yeah.
I ask a question?
yeah,
So, I understand that the New York Times, especially the Sunday edition of the New York Times, is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people read it. I mean, a lot of people read it around the country. I would venture to guess a lot of people read it in digital form now
yeah.
versus like, the actual physical paper. So, I mean,
Right.
who's
the
picking
ads?
that piece of paper up?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, apparently more than a few people.
The Academy.
Yeah, the Academy. And the Sunday New York Times certainly makes its way to L.A., but that's what these ads are for. Quite frankly, they are
Wow.
for when we look at the calendar, and I've got the calendar right here. Nomination ballots for the upcoming Academy Awards are due Friday, January 16th by 5 p.m. That's what those ads are for. So let's go through the calendar.
Okay.
1 week from today, Oscar nominations will be announced. So
Wow.
ballots are due tomorrow. And then again, nominating ballots. So again, remember now, actors nominate actors, Producers nominate producers, writers. The entire Academy does not nominate everybody. It's all the separate guilds. So that's what is going to happen. So on January 22nd, we're going to have all the Oscar nominees. So 1 week from today. But then if you really want to win the Oscar pool in your office, you may want to follow some of the awards that are going to come up. I mean, we saw the Golden Globes. We saw a number of the films that I think Hamnet really elevated she won Jessie Buckley won Best Actress, and it won Best Drama. And I don't think a lot of people were expecting that. So that's, I think, for sure is going to be on the list as well. So there's the British Academy Awards. There's the Producer Academy Awards. Maybe the most important non-Oscar ceremony are the SAG Awards, and those are the Actor Awards, because it's the Actors Guild that is the biggest chunk, if you will, of the Motion Picture Academy. The Actors Guild is the majority of those votes, as a matter of fact. So when you look at the SAG Awards, that's a pretty good bet of who will win the Acting Awards and Best Picture. And then the Oscars are March 15th, a full 2 months from now. So from we're gonna have these nominees next week, but then people are going to be talking about them for the next 2 months. So this is where
people will start seeing them.
That's right. This is where people are going to start streaming, or they're going to start going to the theater saying, "Oh, I missed this one," or I've never heard of this film." And I think a lot of people are going to say that this year. Never heard of these films, So anyway, so there's your calendar.
Okay. Before we go to break, George, you've got a preview of a really good comedy, like spy series. So tell us about that.
Really love this. I've gotten a chance to see this. It's a spy drama, but it's a comedy, and it's a pair of newly widowed women. Now, this takes place in the Soviet Union in the 1980s. And by the way, it stars Emilia Clarke, who we haven't, I don't think, ever seen in a series other than Game of Thrones, of course. And Haley Lou Richardson, who we know from the second season of White Lotus. Anyway, a couple of newly widowed women as they're grieving wives, and they go to the CIA, who had hired their husbands, saying they want to know what happened to their husbands, and the CIA makes them ponies. Ponies is persons of no interest.
Oh.
And so they make perfect spies. Let's take a listen.
How long you been here? 6 months. And what does your husband do? Communications envoy for the Associate to the U.S. Ambassador to the USSR. Stop it. Come on, we both know what our husbands really do.
Earlier this evening, a small single-engined aircraft crashed. Both of your husbands were on that plane.
What? We need answers.
There is no reason for us to bring more Americans into the country unless they're key to our intelligence work.
Then let us do that.
We're women. People only look at us if they want to have sex with us or marry us, and that's it.
No one would ever suspect us of anything.
We would like you to perform the duties of a secretary.
I thought you had a real assignment for us.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to risk our lives to learn how to use a Xerox machine.
You don't know how to use a Xerox machine? This job demands sacrifice. Most people are not cut out for it.
It's time.
But these women are not most people. You see the car?
Mm-hmm.
That's the KGB. To them, I'm a POI, a person of interest. But you two are PONIs.
Ponies. Persons of no interest.
Wow.
It's really, really good, and it starts today on Peacock. There's 8 episodes, so you've got the full arc, only 8 episodes, and it really moves. It's funny, it's smart, it's a spy thriller, so you can binge this in one weekend for sure. If you don't have Peacock, find somebody who does. So invite yourself over. This is as good a series as I've seen on Peacock, at least. And again, it's called Ponies. Check it out.
Okay, George, you've got a preview of a really wonderful Under the Radar movie.
I love this film. It is called The Coral, and it opens this weekend. It takes place in 1916. It's a true story, by the way. So World War I is raging on the Western Front. But back in the small Yorkshire community in the UK, the Coral Society has now lost most of its men to the army, and many of the members of the chorus were men who are now fighting the war. So this ambitious committee is determined to press ahead. So what they do is they go find underage boys who aren't 18 yet to be part of this, and then they get soldiers who have come back from the war who are badly injured. Some are blind, some have lost limbs, and this is a true story. And they hire a taskmaster of a choral director played by Ralph Fiennes. And this is really, really good. So let's take a listen.
We'll need a new chorus master.
I hope he puts the wind up the Germans more than he ever did the Sopranos.
Dr. Guthrie.
Oh.
What?
He's been working in Germany. Treachery.
He's an atheist.
There are atheists now.
There's one in Bradford.
I heard his Mozart Requiem.
So did I. It was wonderful.
I'd like to hear the chorale, O Haupt voll Blut und Wunden.
For God's sake, man, rein in the bloody German.
You've been dealt some rough cards.
This gentleman wants to know if any of you can sing.
Limb lost, not to mention the things you've seen.
So sing.
A man should hear a little music every day of his life, so worldly cares may not obliterate the beautiful in the human soul.
Oh, that is nice. Who said it?
Johann Wolfgang von Goethe.
For God's sake, man, lower your voice.
So obviously he was working in Germany before the war. Again, it's a true story. It will, if you're looking for a lovely film, historical, I think it checks a lot of boxes. Great performances, wonderful music, and it will melt your heart. You could do a lot worse than this film, which opens tomorrow at the Flicks. I highly, highly recommend this film.
Okay, so George, maybe if you want to stay in this weekend, you're going to now take us on a visit to one of public television's truly, hands down, most popular series.
And that is All Creatures Great and Small, which has returned to Idaho Public Television for a 6th season. And now it is 1945 in that series, in season 6. So the World War II has ended now. So Tristan, if you followed All Creatures Great and Small, Tristan is now back from the war. He was once a rather cavalier young man, a bit of a playboy, a trickster, and now he has returned to work with his brother Siegfried and his colleague James. And Tristan is a changed man. And in one episode, he's out helping a horse who is incredibly sick. The horse's owner happens to be Charlotte, who is a member of a very wealthy family, and the sparks fly between the two of them. But as you remember, the final episode of every season is their Christmas episode. So I'm going to give you a taste of that. In the Christmas episode, Tristan is out trying to find a Christmas tree in the wild with Charlotte. She comes along. Tristan is not well. Let's listen.
It's Christmas. Everyone's happy at Christmas, except all of those who aren't. I haven't had a happy Christmas since the year we celebrated in November.
Why November?
We didn't think Mother would see December.
Charlotte.
I'm very good at not showing it. I don't suppose I'm the only one. What is it?
This is supposed to be the happiest Christmas ever. So we're meant to just forget that Arthur never came home from a Japanese prisoner of war camp, or the men we lost. We're meant to just forget the things I saw.
You know why we have Christmas trees, don't you?
Something to do with Prince Albert?
Yes, but before him, long before. When the Druids were walking the hills round here.
I'm a bit behind on my Druid history, to be honest.
It's because the pine and the fir are evergreen.
So?
A reminder that even the longest, hardest winter will end. And spring will come.
And in that moment, Tristan is looking away, and Charlotte, in all of her British finery, is hopping a pretty tall fence and hauling their Christmas tree over a fence. He looks at her.
You.
I love you.
And it's just one of those moments. So if you're feeling melancholy about Christmas in your rearview mirror, I highly recommend All Creatures Great and Small. One of my all-time favorite series, and it is now returned to Idaho Public Television on Sunday nights.
Okay, George. So, what is this I'm hearing about the return of a classic TV show?
I'm going to take you back, way back to 1976. See if this sparks a memory.
You think there's life in outer space?
There's certainly none in this theater.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Muppet Show. Hello, hiya, hiya, hiya. It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational. This is what we call a Muppet Show.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
Can you believe it?
What?
1976, right? I mean, that's how long ago it was. The Muppet Show is returning to Disney Plus and ABC on February 4th. And their special guests are Sabrina Carpenter and Seth Rogen. And they're all back.
It's the return of the Muppet Show. Back on the very stage where it all started and then ended and is maybe starting again depending on how tonight goes.
You are an icon.
You're too sweet.
Go on.
It's always been a dream of mine to be here.
Ooh, got any other dreams?
It's a special event, and again, February 4th. Now, rumor is that this is going to serve as a template for a potential full season of the series, but they're hoping to get a pretty good audience on February 4th on ABC and Disney Plus. And who doesn't want to see this?
Okay, so when they say everyone's back, even the two old grumpy dudes?
You bet. Is it Statler and Waldorf, right? Statler and Waldorf.
I don't remember their names.
Yeah,
I just
up in the
they were
balcony,
hilarious.
yes.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a running Greek chorus commentary. Love,
yeah.
Like the Muppet Show ran from 76 to 81. Every star in Hollywood wanted to be on the show, if you remember.
Well, I was just I was a little kid. I have memories of watching this and everything. Yeah. I mean, like Kermie and Miss Piggy, they're both. And then and then remember when they'd go to outer space and
Pigs in Space. Oh my gosh.
Pigs in Space.
I mean, Fozzie and Miss Piggy came from the Muppet Show. They didn't come from Sesame Street, right? A lot of these characters were specifically from the Muppet Show. And it was made for adults. And quick story about the Muppet Show. No network thought it would be any good. Every American TV network said, no thanks. So they went to Britain and they got a very well-known producer, Sir Lou Grade, who said, what do you need? A very wealthy man.
Wow.
And they produced, I think, most, if not all of their episodes in Britain. And then they came back to the U.S. and syndicated it. It was not on any one network.
No way.
It was on local channels, and all the networks were like their jaws hit the floor when it became a monumental hit.
Okay, can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
I adored Miss Piggy when I was a kid, and let me tell you why. Because she was an empowered piggy, and she was beautiful. She had her long hair, and she wore makeup, and she made no apologies about who she was. And if there was anyone I wanted to emulate, it was Miss Piggy. And I bet if you asked my husband, he'd probably agree that I probably have some of those qualities.
Oh my gosh. Well, Sabrina Carpenter, who is one of the most popular entertainers on the planet, said, I will do the show, but only if I can do my scenes with Miss Piggy. So who doesn't want to be there?
Because she's an icon.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
We've got to move on.
Yep.
I'm so excited to know that the Muppets are back. Tell us about this award-winning star who's taking on the CDC, as in the Center for Disease Control and Prevention.
So Noah Wyle, going back to the Golden Globes, he won Best Actor for The Pit, which has now started its next season. So he was on Jimmy Kimmel Live this week. And he participated. He was very serious. He said, Jimmy, I have a new public service announcement I would like to air here. I'd like to premiere it on the show. And Jimmy Kimmel was like, that's interesting. He said, well, it's about healthcare, so let's take a listen.
Hi, I'm Noah Wiley. I played Dr. Michael Robbie Rabinovich on The Pit. I also played Dr. John Carter on ER, but I am not a real doctor, just like most of you are not real doctors. I was cast because I have a trustworthy face. But that doesn't matter, because when it comes to medicine, I do my own research, and I go with my gut. For instance, I know that raw milk is good for you, but raw chicken, even better, especially when it comes in a smoothie. I know that 5G towers give you COVID, and that vitamin C isn't real. It was created by Tropicana. And did you know that you can't get pregnant in a hot tub? Yes? Hello? This is he? Yes, I would be honored to head up the Center for Disease Control. Mr. President. Well, it looks like I'm a medical expert after all. I'm Noah Wiley. Don't do anything until I say it's okay.
This has been a message from the CDC.
Astrology is the only true science!
Astrology is the only So, obviously tongue-in-cheek, but pretty darn funny. Really funny. So I don't think you're going to see that PSA anytime soon, but we thought it was pretty great on Jimmy Kimmel this week.
Well, George, as always, it is such a delight to have you on the show with us. So hope to see you back soon.
Well, you can see me at the movies in the meantime.
Yes, we can. All right. A big thank you to our Morning Edition host and our resident movie critic, George Prentice, for joining us today and talking about what to watch this weekend. So much to catch up on. And that'll do it for this episode of Idaho Matters. Thanks so much for listening. And just a reminder, you can find all of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Peter Pruitt from Zoo Idaho.
And I'm Dr. Leif Tapinola with the Idaho Museum of Natural History.
Together we host The Nature of Idaho, a podcast all about how our state's amazing landscapes, wildlife, and geology shape life here in the Gem State.
Each week we dive into nature stories from across Idaho, everything from fossils to forests, and sometimes even a few fun facts you can share on your next hike.
So join us as we celebrate everything that makes wild Idaho special.
Listen to The Nature of Idaho from KISU, wherever you get your podcasts, or at KISU.org.